The cycle begins at dawn, deep in the heart of the crimson orchard.
Before the juice, there is the fruit, perfectly ripe and heavy with arils.
Skilled hands and pneumatic cutters separate the harvest from the branch with surgical precision. Efficiency is key as the collection belts weave through the tree lines to centralize the yield. Thousands of ruby spheres accumulate, capturing the season's work in moments. Hydraulic lifters transfer the load to the bulk transport units waiting at the orchard's edge. Tons of raw product cascade into the waiting haulers, consolidating the harvest. The cargo is secured, shielding the delicate skins from the elements during transit.
Time is the enemy, so the fleet moves with synchronized purpose toward the processing hub.
Rising from the plains, the facility stands ready to receive the influx of raw material. Strict access control ensures that only registered, traceable shipments enter the intake zone. Every kilogram is accounted for, the gross weight recorded to calculate the precise yield. Random sampling verifies the load's sugar content and acidity before it even touches the dock. Precision docking aligns the cargo directly with the facility's intake throat. Power is transferred from the engine to the trailer, priming the massive tipping mechanism. Gravity takes over, unleashing tons of raw material into the facility's reception system. The intake hopper acts as a buffer, absorbing the surge of the delivery without clogging the lines. Engineered slopes ensure a gentle descent, preventing bruising before the process even begins. A metering belt regulates the volume, transforming the chaotic dump into a steady, manageable stream. The hydro entry system uses water not just for transport, but as a protective cushion against impact. Currents guide the harvest toward the facility, pre-soaking the skins to loosen stubborn dust. Passing through the thermal barrier, the raw material enters the climate-controlled production zone. Inside, the environment changes, clinical, precise, and ready for the transformation. Rotating brushes scour the exterior, removing stubborn field dust and residue from the leathery skin. The roller system ensures no side remains hidden, presenting every inch of surface area for inspection.
Despite automation, the human eye remains the primary filter for obvious defects and splits.
Only the highest grade moves forward. The rest are diverted for secondary products or compost. A sanitizing mist neutralizes surface bacteria, ensuring the fruit is biologically secure before opening. Chaos turns to order as the stream is singulated, preparing each fruit for its individual processing chamber. The cleaning phase concludes as the clean, dry, and sized fruit is lifted to the extraction deck. Automated grippers orient each fruit, aligning the crown perfectly for the initial incision. Precision blades score the equatorial line, calibrating depth to the millimeter to protect the delicate arils inside. Vacuum torque separates the hemispheres, exposing the treasure within without crushing a single seed.
Gentle percussion vibrates the rind, convincing the seeds to let go of the membrane.
A crimson rain descends, separating the juice-filled jewels from the bitter protective skin. The spent husks are ejected instantly, diverted to be processed into cattle feed or fertilizer. Density separators use air and vibration to banish the bitter white pith, leaving only pure fruit.
Hydroseparation provides the final purity check, sinking the high-quality seeds while the waste drifts away.
Laser optics scan every individual seed at lightning speed, rejecting anything that lacks the signature ruby hue.
The core processing is complete. Now, the pure areoles are staged for the transformation into liquid.
The clean areoles are fed into pneumatic membrane presses, designed to extract liquid without crushing the bitter seeds.
Once the chamber reaches capacity, the intake seals and the extraction cycle initiates. Compressed air inflates the internal membrane, applying gentle, uniform pressure to release the juice. The cell walls burst, releasing the vibrant nectar, while leaving the bitter, woody seed intact.
The result is a clarified nectar, stripped of sediment but retaining its intense color and antioxidants. The entire operation is orchestrated from the central control room, where digital logic dictates physical flow. The valve matrix is the circulatory system, routing the precious liquid through miles of sterile piping without a single drop of waste.
Infrared ovens heat the plastic to the exact glass transition temperature, making it pliable for the stretch. High-pressure air stretches the heated plastic, transforming a small tube into a full-sized bottle in milliseconds. Suspended by air, the sterile bottles fly toward the filling room, untouched by human hands. Precision timing aligns the empty vessels with the filling heads, bringing liquid and package together at last. Automated titration measures the tartness, balancing the acidity against the sugar for the perfect tang. Spectrophotometry analyzes the hue at a molecular level, rejecting any batch that dulls or browns.
Microbiology cultures are started immediately, searching for any trace of spoilage organisms or pathogens.
A retention library keeps a witness sample from every run, monitored for stability throughout its entire shelf life.
Machines measure the chemistry, but only the human palate can confirm the complexity of the flavor.
With the data locked and the batch certified, the digital gate opens for the final stage. Palletizing robots build the load layer by layer, interlocking the pattern for maximum stability during transit. High-tension stretch wrap unitizes the load, securing the cases into a single, immobile block.
And this is how modern factories produce pomegranate juice from start to finish.